And we will start with the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please take a moment of silent reflection. Okay. Mary, do we need to start with yesterday's business? I can't hear you.
We're going to do, we need to do
starting
roll
with the
call.
vote.
Okay, so,
We need to do roll call.
okay. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm ahead of myself or behind myself here. I don't know. Roll call, please.
Mr. Rashka.
Here.
Thank you. Mrs. Karapolsky.
Here.
Mrs. Dubard.
Present.
Mrs. Wilson.
Here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Could I have an approval of the board meeting minutes from 5/26/20, please?
I'll make the
I make
motion,
it.
Heather Dubard.
I'll second it. Tom Raska.
I have a motion by Heather Dubard, a second by Tom Raska. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Are there any board trustee reports?
No. No.
No?
I have none.
Okay, we can move past that. Citizens open forum. There's no one here to address the board. No attorneys meeting tonight, or no attorneys report tonight.
I'll make the motion.
So now I need to accept the results from our vote, from our budget vote that was yesterday. Mrs. Morse? Do we have the number? I don't have the numbers in front of me.
I do. I can read the resolutions.
Okay.
So there's a motion to request accepting the result of Proposition 1 for the 2021 budget in the amount of $47,272,614. Resolved that the budget for the Cheektowaga Central School District for the school year 2021 is presented by the board at the annual budget hearing on May 26th is hereby not approved. There were 1,056 yes votes and 1,105 no votes.
Okay, could I please have a motion for Proposition 1, accepting the budget vote that was not approved?
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll second the motion, Renee Wilson. I have a motion by Mrs. Dubard, a second by Mrs. Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, and the next motion is requesting the acceptance of the results of the election of 3 members to the Board of Education by position. 1A, Derek Warburton with 1,229 votes. 1B, Renee Wilson, 1,571 votes. And write-in Kevin Leary, 32 votes.
Okay, I need a motion, please, for the acceptance of the Board of Trustees that were elected last night for Derek Warburton, number 1, or 1A, Renee Wilson, and write-in for Kevin Leary.
I'll make the motion. Tom Raska.
I'll second, Heather Dubard.
I have a motion by Mr. Raska, a second by Mrs. Dubard. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Are we good, Mary?
We are good now. We will adjourn this meeting.
Okay.
We need a
So
motion.
could I have a motion to adjourn this meeting, please?
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll second the motion. Okay. I have a motion by Mrs. Dubard, a second by Mrs. Karpolsky. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Meeting is adjourned.
Okay, before we move to the next meeting, Mr. Wright, Mr. Schaefer is having technical difficulties. Do you think you could help him? Thank you. Okay, we can move to the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. Mr. Wright is helping him?
Yes.
Okay, because he's on calling my phone. So I'd like to open the regular meeting for tonight. 6/17/2020. Meeting will be called to order. It is 6:08. We need to do the pledge to the flag again, right? Or
We don't have to.
we don't? Okay, we can skip
You
it.
could, you could go
Okay,
right
so-
to consent.
What, Heather?
We
I
can
believe-
just go right to consent, Mary said.
Okay. The consent agenda is up. Is there anybody have anything that they'd like to remove?
No.
Nothing? Could I have a
No.
motion for the consent agenda, please?
I'll make the motion. Oh, go ahead, Carol.
I'll make a motion.
And I'll second Heather Dubard.
I have a motion by Mrs. Karopolsky, a second by Mr. Jabbar. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried. Superintendent's report. Mrs. Morris?
Good evening, everyone. All right, our first item of business is an administrative appointment, and your approval is recommended for the following administrative appointment, and that's for Mr. Patrick Cullinan in the tenure area of school principal, his assignment at the middle school, starting initially July 1, with a salary of $95,000.
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
And I'll second Carol Kropolski.
You're muted, Renee. You're muted.
Oh, I am. How come? The motion by Ms. Karopolsky, a second by Mrs. Jabbar. Is that right? Backwards? Okay.
Backwards.
Sorry, Marianne. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
opposed? Carried.
Okay, and it is with regret and sincere appreciation that I ask that you accept the following resignation for retirement purposes, and that would be Pam Nordstrom for her position as art teacher. If you've had an opportunity to look at our website, she did a fine job. She's also the department chair, putting together our with the other teachers, art teachers, the art show, virtual art show. So
I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Nordstrom for all of her years of service. My kids were lucky enough to have her, and she really has an impact on kids' lives. She can make kids that aren't so sure about art really enjoy it, and I appreciate everything that she has done for our school district community. I need a motion to accept the retirement for Mrs. Nordstrom, please.
I'll make the motion.
And a
Please,
second,
Carol.
and a second, please.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Mrs. Jabbar, a second by Ms. Karopolsky. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
the next does not require board action. It's just for your notice, and that is a CCTA member who's planning a family medical leave from September 1st through on or about November 2nd.
Thank you for the notification.
Mhm.
All right, number 4 is the request to abolish professional positions based on the original budget that we brought to you for approval in May. So each one of these has to be done separately, okay? So first is the resolution to abolish 2 professional education positions in the area of tenure area of children with handicapping conditions, general special education.
You're muted, Renee.
The wrong button. Okay, I have a motion to abolish 2 professional education positions in special ed area of education of children with handicapping conditions. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion. Tom
I'll
A
Raska.
second.
I'll second
I
Heather
have a
Dubard.
motion by Mr. Raska, a second by Mrs. Dubard. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
The next resolution is to abolish 1 professional education position in the academic tenure area of mathematics.
Okay, could I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll second Carol Kropolski.
I have a motion by Heather Dubard, a second by Carol Kropolski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
The next is a resolution to abolish 1 professional education position in the special subject tenure area of industrial arts.
Okay, can I have a motion, please, to abolish one professional education position in the area of tenure area of industrial arts?
I'll make a
Motion, please.
motion, Tom Raska.
I'll second that motion. Renee Wilson. Motion by Mr. Raska, second by Mrs. Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
I do need to make an amendment to the next resolution. We've gone back and forth, and I think we finally realized that we need to abolish one, not two professional positions in the special subject tenure area of school counselor.
Okay. Can I, so we need to make the amendment first, or we can amend it okay. Can I have a motion for the amendment to this resolution to change it from two professional education positions in the special subject tenure area of school counselor to one position, please?
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll second Carol Kropolski.
I have a motion by Heather Dubard, a second by Carol Kropolski. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, and there's a resolution to abolish one professional education position in the elementary tenure area.
Okay, so I need a motion, one professional education position is abolished in the elementary tenure area, please.
I'll make the
I'll
motion.
make the motion, Tom Raska.
I'll second the motion. I have a motion by Mr. Raska, second by Mrs. Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
The next is an abolishment of one professional education position in the academic tenure area of mathematics, and this is due to the retirement of Mr. Passmore.
Okay, I need a motion to abolish one professional education position in the academic tenure area of mathematics due to Mr. Passmore's retirement, please.
I'll make a motion, Carol Kropolski.
I'll second Heather Dubard.
I have a motion by Carol Kropolski and a second by Heather Dubard. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
And a resolution to abolish one professional education position in the special subject tenure area of art due to the retirement of Mrs. Pam Nordstrom.
Okay, I need a motion to abolish one professional education position in the special subject tenure area of art due to Mrs. Nordstrom's retirement, please.
I'll make the motion, Tom Raska.
I'll second Heather Dubard.
I have a motion by Mr. Raska, second by Mrs. Dubard. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
There's a request to abolish a certified occupational therapy assistant position, also based on the retirement of Ann Veros.
Okay, can I have a motion, please, to abolish the certified occupational therapy assistant due to Mrs. Veros' retirement?
I'll make the motion. Oh, go ahead, Carol. Go ahead.
Carol Kropolski.
I'll second Heather Dubard.
I have a motion by Carol Kropolski, a second by Mrs. Dubard. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, that does it for the abolishments for now. We have a request to create a position. Your approval is recommended by both myself and Mrs. Cheektowaga to create a occupational therapist position. It's an OTR. It's a little different than the CODA. We're switching from one to the other.
Right. Can I have a motion, please, to create the position of occupational therapist, a registered occupational therapist, please?
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll second the motion, Renee Wilson. Motion by Mrs. Dubard, second by Mrs. Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, so let me interrupt for 1 second. Mr. Wright, I'm sending you Mr. Schaefer's needs a invite, okay? If you want to come get my phone, I have the address. We're gonna get him on, I'm confident. Okay, the next are layoff of CSEA positions, and there's a resolution to lay off teacher aides due to the budgetary and fiscal considerations. The board is asked to lay off 11 full-time employees serving in the title of teacher aide, effective at the close of business, June 25th. And we'll be identifying the least senior employees for that title for layoff.
Okay, so I need a motion to accept the layoff of the teacher aides, 11 full-time layoffs, effective at the end of business on June 25th, 2020.
I'll make the
Okay.
motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll
And a
second
second.
it, Tom
I have a
Raska.
motion by Heather Dubard, a second by Tom Raska. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
We have a resolution to lay off a microcomputer repair technician, effective at the close of business on June 25th, the least senior employee in the aforementioned title due to
Okay.
fiscal budgetary considerations.
Thank you. I need a motion to lay off a microcomputer repair technician, least senior in seniority due to budgetary reasons, please.
I'll make a motion, Carol Kropolski.
I'll second
I'll-
Heather Dubard.
Okay, motion by Carol Kropolski, a second by Mrs. Dubard. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Carried.
Okay, next we have abolishments to CSEA positions, and the board's approval is recommended for the following CSEA, abolishments for the following CSEA positions. Custodian, due to the retirement of Mark Dean at the close of business on June 30th.
Could I have a motion, please, to accept the abolishment of this custodian position due to the retirement of Mark D. on the close of business on June 30th, 2020? Motion,
ahead.
please.
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Heather Dubard, a second by Carol Kropolski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Also, we're requesting that you abolish a teacher aide position based on the retirement of Kim Godzik. We're abolishing that position.
Okay.
I'll make the
I
motion.
need a motion for the teacher aide position abolishment based on the retirement of Kim Godzik, please. Can I have a motion
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
and a second? I'll
I'll
second the
second it,
motion.
Tom Raska.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I have a motion by Heather Dubard, a second by Mr. Raska. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
And I'm not sure we had an opportunity at an earlier meeting, but I just wanted to recognize Kim and her many years of service to the district.
I think, I'd just like to say that I think we did, at the
Yeah,
last meeting, but I would like to say the same thing. Very appreciative of all her years of service, and, I know that our district very much, we benefit from having her, as a staff member, and I appreciate it, and we wish her well in her retirement.
Okay, we now have two. Yes. Okay, thank you. Hi, Mr. Schaefer, welcome.
It says it's connecting.
Okay,
You didn't. Okay, we'll
Move on.
move along, right? Okay.
Yep.
okay, so before we get to board related, there are two more positions. We are for the discontinuance of probationary appointments. I'll take them one at a time. Based on my recommendation, I'm asking the board to discontinue all of employee 01612's employment and service with respect to their position in the special tenure area of school counselor at the close of business on June 30th.
Could I have a motion for this, please?
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
I'll second, Carol Kropolski.
I have a motion by Mrs. Dubard, a second by Ms. Kropolski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried.
Again, based on my recommendation, the board is asked to discontinue all of employee 01619 employment and services with respect to their position in the special subject tenure area of school counselor effective at the close of business on June 30th.
Could I have a motion, please, for this as well?
I'll make the motion, Heather Dubard.
Sorry.
Carol Kropolski.
I have a motion by Mrs. Dubard, a second by Ms. Kropolski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Ed. Okay,
Okay, board related. The code of conduct is next. The public hearing on the code of conduct is this evening, and it is anticipated that you will adopt the 2021 code of conduct at your annual meeting on July 7th. Any questions about the code of conduct?
No.
No.
A draft of the July 7th meeting agenda, along with policies 1330 and 1620, which outline the order of business, are provided. Are there any questions or concerns?
No.
A review of your 2021 goals is in order, which should be finalized and acted upon on July 7th, on the July 7th board meeting. Did you want to, did you have any questions, concerns, or things you want to think about for the 2021 board goals?
Does anybody, this is probably a pretty important time for you to decide if you want to keep your goals the same, if you want to add to your goals, if you'd like to change them. Think about the upcoming year. If there's anything you want to tweak or change based on challenges you think we might see or we have faced through the past few months, or something that comes to your mind that you think would help, I'd like you to jot them down, and we can have a conversation and then review the goals and go from there. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Thanks, Mary.
Okay, and the residency report is provided for your review.
Anybody have any questions on that residency report?
No.
Thank you,
No.
Mary.
Next is business related, and your approval is recommended for the following contract with terms as stated in the agreement, and that is the University Orthopedic Services. It is based on the recommendation from our athletic director that you approve that agreement for the athletic trainer services.
Okay,
So,
now,
August 1st, 2020 through July 31st, 2023.
okay. Can I have a motion, please, for the approval of the athletic services from University Orthopedic Services for the time that Mary had mentioned?
I'll make the motion, Heather DeBard. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Carol. Can
No,
do
you're
it.
fine. I'll just second.
I have a motion by Mrs. DeBarge, a second by Ms. Karpolsky. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carried. I need a motion, please, to go into executive session to discuss employment matters concerning a particular employee. Could I have a motion, please, for that?
I'll make a motion, Tom
And
Raska.
a second?
I'll second Heather DeBard.
I have a motion by Mr. Raska, second by Mrs. DeBarge. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay.
Mr. Wright, let us know. Okay.
Okay, so I would like a motion, please, to accept the CSEA contract
Extension.
extension and the approval of, can I do it together? Should we do it together, Mary Ann's, or is it separate?
Separate.
Okay, accept the CSEA contract extension, please.
I'll make the motion.
You two are something else. I have a motion by Mrs. Karpolsky, a second by Mrs. DeBarge. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Could I please have a motion for Mary Ann's contract extension?
Terms and
make the
conditions.
motion.
Terms and conditions, I'm sorry.
I'll make the motion, Tom Raska.
And I'll second it. I have a motion by Mr. Raska, second by Mrs. Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
And now we can adjourn.
Okay, could I have a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
No, nobody
make-
talk.
I have a motion by Mrs. Karpolsky, a second by Mr. Raska. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?